Number 5. This one's the Congrats Emily Lang Class 2 handicap over the 1400 metres. 2 scratchings. Let's have a look at Too Hard to Refuse. Desley Forster looks for back-to-back doubles. Kirk Matheson does the riding. It's great to have Kirk back.
Absolutely, Kian, and this is a live chance for sure. He's won a trial at Doomben on the 1st of August. That was a Class 3 trial. They gave him a really searching hit out, and he was strong through the line. He's been to Gatton a couple of times before. He's been runner-up both times.
Okay, we then look to the 3, Everlast. This horse looks fantastic. Justin Huxtable, Chris Muntz, the nose rolls on and the tongue tie's back on.
He's one of those horses on just raw form. You'd say he's a massive player, but if you looked at his recent trial at Doomben on the 1st of August, it turned you off him. It was just a lacklustre trial. He didn't find the line, and he's come into the yard today. He looks $1 million. So I'd suggest going off his race form, and his race form says he can win.
He couldn't look any better, that horse. Okay, and Achiever Lads, the 4 also looks well. Emily Lang, Pat Webster.
2 runs back from a spell, hasn't really fired a shot yet in what I think are easier races.
Outlaw Josey Wales is the 5. Ricky Jemison for the Kerwin stable.
Races well here. 4 starts, been in the money 3 times. Should have won last start here behind Lucifer's Loot. That was 1100. The query today is whether he can run out a strong 14.
Malagro's the 6. Olivia Webb for Rochelle Pereira.
She always looks well. She looks well again today. She's a strong finisher. She gets the claim. Always difficult to come from too far back here at Gatton, but she's flying at the moment. She loves a good track.
Clearly George is the 8. Landon Sykes for Vic heading with the blinkers off and winkers again.
Well, he can bob up when least expected because he likes to roll forward, make his own luck on speed, and if they're not good enough to get past him, they're the days he scrambles home. He has scrambled home here before.
Liam Birchley has taken the blinkers off the 9. Rose of Taormina. JP Stanley.
How is she looking? Have you had a look at her
yet?
Yeah,
that's her. There's not a lot of her.
Okay, so she's first run, not first run for the Birchley, first campaign with Liam, and she's won well here before. She used to be trained here. You love the fact the blinkers come off today, and it was a complete forgive run last start.
Particularly for that freshen up. Okay, Temptress Katie is the 10. Alicia Donald for Steve Field.
Yeah, probably not going well enough, beaten in easier races past few.
Lights Vision is the 11. Rob Thorburn for Nicole Hemmings.
Also, best runs have been in much easier races than this. No weight on his back if you're looking for a positive.
Taryn Churchill has the 12. Mysterious Lady Jason Taylor.
Probably not the worst. That was an on-pace race at Ipswich, and she actually made some late ground, first run for Taryn. So there could be some more improvement coming there.
And then we round up with a 13. Sizzling Babe, Cecily Eaton rather, from the 1 for Darryl Leggett.
Yeah, she hasn't got much you could really like about her.
Okay, race number 5, second leg of the quaddie, first leg of the daily double, and a tricky affair, I thought, Paul.
Yeah, we were just discussing that, Kian, how tricky it was. And look, I ended up leaving my numbers 5, 1, 6 and 3. I went with Outlaw Josey Wales when you were getting double figures. He should have won here last start at 1100. This is a slightly harder race, and he's jumping to 1400. So you were having something each way at the double figures. He's been well found. He's been into $8 today. His parade wasn't the best. I'm not convinced he'll run 1400, but they're having a throw at the stumps, and I'm happy to stick at those odds. But there are so many other ways you could go. Number 1, Too Hard to Refuse, is the most lightly raced horse in the field. On his best, he'd beat these. Last preparation, he wasn't at his best. He came to Gatton twice, and he found one better on each occasion. There were no stars. He got beaten by Clearly George here last prep. Clearly George is going to go around at nearly so it's $16 today. So not sure, but his parade was good. The 6, Milagro, she just gets back and runs on. That's the problem with her, but one day it'll all work out for her. And number 3, Everlast, was clearly the pick of them in the yard. He's dead set glowing. A couple of gear changes as well. Wouldn't be surprised if he won. So 5, 1, 6, 3.
I thought I could make a case for Clearly George today.
And is it in your numbers?
Yeah, I got him in for 4th pick. Yeah, he led him up in a Class 3 last start, and he was just found out that last bit. I thought back in this grade he might run a race. 9, 6, 1 and 8. I was with Rose Of Taormina. She was a forgive last start on a obligatory stay there at Sunny Coast when she was wide. She's only a little thing. So the fact that the blinkers come off as well, off the freshen up, because she is a bit fizzy, but she's presented really nicely. The Little Vista form was quite good. We had Israelite Bay win a Class 1 at Doomben, and she was really good late here first up and proven at the track. From the 6 go, she's been a winner and place getter on 2 occasions. I thought your 6 was the danger in Milagro, puts itself on speed, soft draw in the claim, Too Hard to Refuse. It's just all dependent on how forward it is and how much pressure it gets up front. And then the 8, and Clearly George, I think he might be able to lead him up on his ear, 9, 6, 1 and 8.
Yeah, I agree. He probably leads him up, Kian. And as we said, he scrambled home here last prep to cause an upset. Now, market-wise, it's all about 3 Everlast. It's been the big mover, 5 into 320. Too Hard to Refuse has been easy, 270 out to 390 with Tap. And Malagro's been easy, Count, 270 out to $4. So the money horse, bit of money for yours, Rose Of Taormina, 750 into 6. But most of the money has been on 3 Everlast, which we agree, pick of the yard.
Yeah, nice style of horse. Obviously a good doer, but he's had that mid-prep trial as well, so he must take that little bit to really come on.
Anyway, we found it a tricky one. It's certainly going to be a tactical affair as well. Let's head upstairs for the call with the great man, Anthony Collins.
To come forward as well. So Everlast, $3.20. 200 Refuse, $3.90 and $4 Milagro. 1,400 metres. This 200 Refuse goes up into its position. Rose of Taormina to be placed away. Everlast and Mysterious Lady to be locked up as well. So the mover is Everlast, 5 into $3.20 into favouritism. And we're just waiting on these last three to come forward. Rose of Taormina with Everlast. And Mysterious Lady to be placed in. The starter's making his way around to the side. Sizzling Babies from the inside with Lights Vision in the 2. Outlaw Josey Wales. Malagro's standing up pretty well with Clearly George and Temptress Katie. And Achiever Lad, Rose of Taormina, 200 Refuse. Mysterious Lady in, and we're just waiting on Everlast to come forward to complete the line. And we'll be just about set and ready to go. Fifth event. Everlast just balking at that attempt. Does go in with the removable blindfold on. And they just need to bring it back around in the opposite direction. It shapes up to the gates. The barrier boys linking arms behind, and it goes up the 5. We're all in the stalls and set and ready to go. Everlast, our favourite way. Stand by. They're set. Make a reasonable line over there. Lights are on. Gates are back racing. Sizzling Babe began on terms with Outlaw Josey Wales. Lights Vision there in the centre. Clearly George. Unachiever Lads coming across as well. Too Hard to Refuse from out wide. Everlast the favourite. Ducks and weaves and gets in behind a few of these as Rose of Taormina and Sizzling Babe drip back at the race. And then came Temptress Katie. It'll balance up back third to last with Milagro. Mysterious Lady whips them in. 950 metres from the judge. Outlaw Josey Wales in front narrowly over. Too Hard to Refuse the outside about a neck away as they attempt a steady. And they've skipped along by about 2 lengths now over Clearly George and also Unachiever Lad racing at least one off the fence, and Lights Vision is underneath it over on the rail. And this favourite Everlast is in about 5th position there at the centre, probably 5 lengths away from the speed at the 600. And then came Rose of Taormina and also Sizzling Babe, Temptress, Katie, Mysterious Lady and Milagro. Outlaw Josey Wales has raced away here coming down towards the home turn, 400 metres from the judge, put up probably 5 lengths. Over Too Hard to Refuse. Everlast is running on, followed then by Clearly George and also Temptress Katie. So homeward bound, and the leader was Outlaw Josey Wales, still 3 lengths clear over Everlast, who's knuckling down to the task. Too Hard to Refuse is third, but it's still Outlaw Josey Wales in front, 75 to go. It's got it won, I reckon, Outlaw Josey Wales. Indeed it has. Outlaw Josey Wales beats Everlast. They're followed by Too Hard to Refuse and Rose of Taormina, Temptress Katie and Milagro, Clearly George, Mysterious Lady, and Achiever Lad well back with Lights Vision and Sizzling Babe at the tail end of the field.
Outlaw Josey Wales wins the thick end of the money.
Well, there's no queries about Outlaw Josey Wales at the 1,400 metres now. Paul certainly ticked that box and then some. Might even get 2,000 off the back of that. Yeah, nice aggressive ride by Ricky. They didn't get close. The rest were flat-footed. Everlast has put up a nice enough chase. Too Hard to Refuse. And then we've got Rose of Taormina in there for 4th.
Thank you, Kian. Doesn't happen often in racing where you get a pleasant surprise, does it? Usually you get a rude surprise, but that was pleasant because I didn't think Outlaw Josey Wales would lead when she found the front and put 3 or 4 on them early, and I'm thinking she's suspect at the 1,400.
She's suspect at 1,100 even.
I'm thinking, what is going on here? But then at about the 400, I thought, hang on, this is going to run at one hell of a race. And obviously well back, $12 into start, $6.60 across the tote, $6.90. So big bets landed, I assume, or a constant bets landed. Everlast chased really hard, just couldn't make up that gap today, but a much improved run and a gap then to third, which was Too Hard to Refuse. So across the line, just went off the screen, but it was 5, 3, 1 and 9. Rose of Taormina's run 4th, 5, 3, 1 and 9 in the 5th.
Okay, let's head down south to Gunnedah.
Race number 5 here from Gunnedah.